Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be sharing another short Bible study with you guys, and today I'm going to be talking on the title, What's Your Glory? And this title was inspired by a movie that I recently watched, and the title of this is a Christian movie. The title of this movie is called Have a Little Faith. And it's basically the story. It's based on a true life story actually, and it's basically the story of a writer who was approached by his childhood rabbi, and the rabbi asked him to write a eulogy for him. And over the course of like 8 years, this writer got to know this rabbi. You know, he made so many visits to his house, and the rabbi was quite old, so he kind of saw him like deteriorate over the years, and he got to know him really well. And just from like his teachings and everything, he got to start to question his beliefs. He started to question his faith, you know, because he didn't really believe in God. So he started to question, you know, his own beliefs and his own philosophy in life and everything. And while trying to pursue what he believed to be right, which is like helping the needy, trying to do something good for the world, that kind of led him to Christ. It led him to a church where he was able to meet Christ and meet Jesus, and you know, it kind of changed his life for the better. But one of the books that this rabbi wrote is known as What's Your Glory, and it's actually a real book that he wrote. The book is out there, but no one can seem to get it because it's so expensive. But yeah, this question was a question that just kept coming back throughout the whole movie. So the rabbi said that the inspiration for this book was because one person asked him one time, he asked him, "What's your glory?" And the rabbi, he took a while for him to think about the question, and then he replied and said, "Well, my glory is teaching." But then I had to ask myself the same question. What is the question even asking? What do they mean by what's your glory? Like, what is he talking about? So I found a verse in the Bible, and I'm just going to share it with you guys. So this is in the book of Psalms. So this was written by the psalmist King David. So we're reading from Psalm 3 from verse 1 to 3. And it says here that, "O Lord, I have so many enemies. So many are against me. So many are saying God will never rescue him. But you, O Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, and the one who lifts my head high. I cried out to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy mountain." Okay, so the key verse is verse 3 here. It says, "But you, O Lord, are a shield around me. You're my glory, and the one who lifts my head high." Okay, so I guess another way that you could ask this question is, what is the thing about you that people are most likely to praise? You know, what is your motivation for waking up every morning? What is your purpose in life? You know, what is it in you that others see? Okay, what is your glory, or who is your glory? And if we try and look at King David's you know, how he answered this question, we can see that he was in a lot of distress. Okay, he was in a lot of he was in a troubled place, because he said that he had so many enemies and they were against him. So he was crying out to God and saying that his enemies are mocking him, saying that God is never going to rescue him. But King David's confidence in God is so admirable. He says, "But you, O Lord, are a shield around me." So the first thing that King David acknowledges is that God is his shield, that God is a protector for him, that God is his protector. That even though his enemies are around him and they keep mocking him and saying that God will never rescue him, he still had that confidence and said God is his protector. Okay, and then the next thing he goes on to say, "God is my glory." He says, "You are my glory, and you are the one who lifts my head high." Basically, he's saying here that God is the reason why he lives. He is his glory, he is his purpose, and he is the reason why he does everything, pretty much. And I like the way he says that, "my glory and the one who lifts my head high." So I think he's trying to say that by honoring God and by living our lives to glorify God, he glorifies us as well. And when we cry out to him, he will answer us from his holy mountain. Okay? So our purpose in life, our common purpose, is to glorify God in everything that we do, in the little things, in the big things. Okay, He has given us He's given us gifts. He's given us talents. He's given us some people can write very well. Some people can sing. Some people can dance. Some people can do art, and so many different things. We all have different gifts and talents, but we can use these things for the glory of God. Like, do other people see us and say, do they see Jesus through our actions? Do they see Jesus? Do we do things to glorify God? Like, why? What's the reason why we do things? It's a very important question. What is the reason why we are motivated to keep going? What is the reason why we keep trying? What is our glory? So we live for God's glory because he deserves it. We live for God's glory because he's our creator and he loves us. We live for God's glory because when we glorify him, he glorifies us as well. But then this is not a self-praise thing. It's not about us. It's not about us. It's never been about us. It's always been about Jesus. It's always been about Jesus and about what he did for us. Okay? So because all of us as human beings, we all have holes in our lives that we're trying to fix, but there's nothing that can fill that hole. There's nothing that can close that gap, that fill that emptiness inside. Nothing else can bring us true satisfaction than Jesus Christ. He's the only one that can satisfy us from within. Now, he is our glory. So no matter what you have, no matter what your talent is, we're taking example from King David here. He's saying that we can have confidence in God. We can have confidence in Christ because he's our shield and he's our glory. And he's the one who lifts up high. He lifts our head high. And when we cry out unto him, he answers us from his holy mountain. So I thought it's a very important thing to share with you guys. And I thought it's important to ask yourself, are you living for God? Or are you just proclaiming that you love him? But does your life actually show God's glory? Do people see the presence of God in your life? Do they see him through the words you say, through your actions, through the way you see your life, through the way you live your life, sorry? Do others see Jesus in you? Is God your glory? So, important question I thought I'd ask you guys. You can ask yourself, what is your glory? Or shall I say, who is your glory? So thank you so much, guys. That's all I had to share today. I hope you guys were a bit encouraged by this. I really recommend that movie, Have a Little Faith. I'm going to leave the link down below. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day and God bless. Bye. I will worship him forever now.